Hi, it's Hingers here, and welcome to Pocket, coming to you direct from the Good Game Studio. Now, Barjo and Hex aren't here right now, and the crew are, they're setting up right behind me, but those guys will be back on your televisions tonight. Meanwhile, while they're all setting up, we're going to be heading out to chat to the devs of the Order 1886 today. And before we go, though, the chairs are empty. I might just check out which ones are more comfortable. Oh, they're exactly the same. These chairs are exactly the same. That's what's going on there. First up, though, the news. Things continue to go well for Aussie esports, with 3 Australian teams qualifying for the Global Call of Duty Championships. Exile 5 T1, Integral Nation, and Mindfreak, formerly Team Immunity, placed as the top 3 teams of the Asia-Pacific Regional Final, earning their place on the world stage. The teams will now compete amongst 32 of the world's best for a prize pool of $1 million in Los Angeles in March. Indie developer Jordan Morin has been asked by ZeniMax, the parent company of Bethesda, to change the name of his game. Bethesda, publishers of the successful Fallout series, believe Morin's game Fallout Fortress, a 2D strategy game for mobile, infringes on the copyright of their post-apocalyptic role-playing game. In a video to YouTube, Morin cites examples of Bethesda's litigious nature in the past before asking viewers for suggestions for a new name for the game. The video has amassed almost 500,000 views on YouTube so far. Dying Light developer Techland has restored user-created mods for the PC version of the game via a free patch. Modding was unintentionally blocked as part of the game's anti-cheat defenses. The fix will allow people with the same mods installed to play together online. Alright, let's go talk to those devs.
One.
Grenade! Coach gun!
Right, where are you going?
To finish what we started.
So this is one of the first new IPs for PS4. What was it like working with new hardware?
The new hardware was excellent, actually. It was a lot of fun to get into something new. You know, we were working on the PSP for so long that it was just refreshing to have a new change of pace in terms of hardware. The PS4 is a really unique system because the hardware is familiar enough where we can understand the basics of it, but it has all these little details about it that lets you, like, we were able to dive down deep and go, okay, these are all the uniqueness, the unique parts about the PS4. We're really able to exploit it. And that was just a lot of fun.
There's a balance between the history and the mythology of the game. Was that a difficult balance to strike?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in order for us to really create a game and a world where you felt like, wow, I can believe the things that I'm doing and the place that I'm doing these actions seems realistic, it was really kind of a tricky balance to make sure that we didn't go too far on the mythology side and create something that was a little bit too unbelievable or fantastic. So for us to really add these creature elements like the half-breed lichens that we've revealed into a world that you're supposed to kind of take as a absolutely believable reality, you have to be very cautious about how you approach that.
So what's been the biggest technical challenge so far?
So the transformations took almost the entire process, the whole project. We had an early prototype of it working, I think, at the end of 2011. And since then, we've been refining it. We want it as realistic as possible, so like getting the anatomies to match between humans and a wolf. The crazy thing is when they transform, you might not notice this, but in the videos you can see it, the heat on the skin actually causes it to change color and discolor briefly. And it was just all those little details they try to put in, like, oh, how would the hair grow when you're transforming? And, you know, obviously we don't have werewolves, at least I hope we don't. We might have them in Australia, but I'm not sure.
So there's been a lot of chatter online about the game's length, and we've seen it come in at about 5 or 6 hours. Do you think this represents good value for gamers?
Yeah, I think something that's really interesting is the idea of, you know, game length and price. It's actually something that varies, I guess, from region to region. I actually wasn't really aware myself personally how different, you know, one region's price for games can be. So I think, yeah, to different people, it's going to be a kind of different expectation in terms of, like, for what they pay, how much game, as far as time is concerned, is worth it versus the quality of the game that they experience. And so it's kind of a balancing act that I think is really going to be up to the individual to decide, you know, whether or not they're happy with what they decide to purchase.
Well, that is all the time we have for today's show. Be sure to check out ABC2 tonight at 8:30 when Hex and Barge will be back in their chairs doing what they do best with the big show. We'll be back tomorrow around 3:30, iView and online. We'll see you then. Bye!